This is Tatiana Williams. She's 29 years old, and her family had been sleeping in her van because they could not afford a place to live. They had called around in Detroit to try to get help, but to no avail, and the father of the children would not help either. Last week, after parking her van on the 9th floor of a parking garage in a casino, Tatiana's van had run out of gas sometime during the night, and she had awoken only to find one of her children was not breathing. Tatiana explained in an interview that as one of her family members had transported the child to the hospital, she got another phone call that another kid was also not breathing. Both her 2-year-old and 9-year-old were pronounced dead at the hospital. Although there is an ongoing investigation just to be sure there isn't foul play, it seems to be a huge problem that people can't call and get what they need in the middle of winter when they have children that they need to keep warm. And Tatiana says she reached out to as many people as she could. After hearing about this tragedy, Mayor Duggan said on Tuesday that we have to put eyes on these families experiencing homelessness with our professional outreach workers. We have to get them physically there and get an immediate response. He is looking into how to make it better for the city, as it is cold, it's winter, and people are needing help. Darnell Curry is the father of the 2 children who passed away, and he claims that she did reach out to him to take the children, but that he was not told there was any urgency at all. His words were, "You didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing." He's upset, of course, but he's saying that he had no idea how bad the situation was, or he would have done something. The 2 children that passed away were Darnell Curry Jr., 9 years old, and his sister, Amila Curry. She is only 2. The city has been deeply involved in coordinating every detail of the visitation and funeral services for these children, and the services and funeral have been donated. They have also worked on getting temporary housing for the rest of the family, so they are safe. According to new U.S. News, hypothermia deaths have increased nationwide, with about 2,520 Americans dying last year. Homeless people are particularly susceptible to hypothermia because so many are older and vulnerable adults living outside where they are exposed to the elements. Government officials have largely responded to hypothermia deaths by opening warming centers where homeless people can stay on cold nights, but advocates say more permanent housing and more programs that prevent homelessness are needed. In the case of these 2 children, it is true that children are especially vulnerable to winter's chilly bite and are more likely than adults to get into medical distress when exposed to the cold. This is according to Jim Getzinger, an emergency department physician at Corewell Health Department.